Most ancient Egyptian pyramids were built as tombs for pharaohs, rulers of ancient Egypt, and their families to date. Over 130 pyramids have been discovered in Egypt.
The afterlife was incredibly important to the Egyptians. They believed that by preserving a dead person's body, which they did through the process of mummification, their soul would live on in the afterlife forever.
3. The Pyramid of Khufu at Giza is the largest Egyptian pyramid. This incredible structure weighs as much as 16 Empire State Buildings. For both Egyptian men and women wore makeup. The eye paint was usually green made from copper or black made from lead, as well as offering protection from the sun. The Egyptians believed makeup had magical healing powers too.
5. Unwrapped. The bandages of an ancient Egyptian mummy could stretch for 1.6 kilometers. Yikes. 6. The Egyptian alphabet contained more than 700 hieroglyphs. Uncover the meaning behind these ancient symbols by checking out our awesome hieroglyphics feature. 7. Ancient Egyptians believed in more than 2,000 deities. They had gods for everything, from dangers to chores. Each had different responsibilities and needed to be worshipped so that life could be kept in balance. 8. Cats were considered sacred animals by the ancient Egyptians. It's thought that most families kept a cat as a pet, which they believed would bring the household good luck.
9. Love playing board games with your pals. Well, gang, so did the ancient Egyptians. One popular game was Senet, which was played for over 2,000 years. The game involved throwing sticks in the same way we throw dice to see how many squares to move your piece forward on the board.
10. Ancient Egyptians invented lots of things we still use today, such as paper, pens, locks and keys and, believe it or not, toothpaste.
Cleopatra was not Egyptian. Universal History Archive, Getty Images along with King Tut. Perhaps no figure is more famously associated with ancient Egypt than Cleopatra VII. But while she was born in Alexandria, Cleopatra was actually part of a long line of Greek Macedonians originally. Descended from Ptolemy I, one of Alexander the Great's most trusted lieutenants, the Ptolemaic dynasty ruled Egypt from 323 to 30 BC. And most of its leaders remained largely Greek in their culture and sensibilities. In fact, Cleopatra was famous for being one of the first members of the Ptolemaic dynasty to actually speak the Egyptian language.
Ancient Egypt in North Africa was one of the most powerful and influential civilizations in the region for over 3,000 years. From around 3100 BC to 30 BC, it left behind numerous monuments, documents, and works of art that continue to be studied by scholars today.
Dynasties 3 to 6 date from roughly 2650 to 2150 BC and are often grouped together into a time period called the Old Kingdom by modern-day scholars. During this time, pyramid building techniques were developed and the pyramids of Giza were built. Papyri that are still being deciphered suggest that groups of professional workers, sometimes translated as work gangs, played a major role in the construction of the pyramids as well as other structures. From 2150 to 2030 BC, a time period that encompassed dynasties 7 to 10 and part of 11. The central government in Egypt was weak and the country was often controlled by different regional leaders. Why the Old Kingdom collapsed is a matter of debate among scholars, with research indicating that drought and climate change played a significant role during this time. Cities and civilizations in the Middle East also collapsed, with evidence at archaeological sites indicating that a period of drought and arid climate hit sites across the region.